Helen,
And I'm Liz,
and we're sisters
scientists,
and lifelong X-Files fans.
and this is We Want to Believe.
We are here together for a very special We Want to Believe episode because it's Liz's birthday.
It's my birthday. Happy birthday, colleagues.
Yeah, birthday colleagues. So we are recording in person in my office. And we're going to talk about paper hearts. And what's the matchup?
The Gargoyle versus the Peacock Family.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
And two other announcement things before we get going. One is you're going to hear me drinking tea because we haven't figured out how to not hear me drinking tea, and I want to drink tea.
Yeah, and it's your birthday.
It's my
and
birthday, and I can drink tea if I want to.
Yeah.
And then also, just a heads up, something you can look for in a future episode is we are going to be guests on a podcast called That Nostalgia Show, which is two sisters talking about the X-Files.
Wild.
And we're going to be guests on an episode of theirs, and they are going to be guests on an upcoming episode of ours. So you'll be able to hear that. So check out That Nostalgia Show and give it a listen.
Where are they going episode by episode? What is it?
They are, but they combine them into multiple episodes. And then, so they'll talk like one episode of their podcast might cover multiple X-Files episodes.
Okay.
And then sometimes they'll do an episode that's just generally talking about the episode or about the show and not about a particular episode. So
cool.
Yeah.
I was just curious, like, where are they in there?
They're in season 4.
Oh.
Yeah. It's lining up almost perfectly.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you say you had, oh no, the one announcement was about drinking tea?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, great. Then Peacocks v. Gargoyle?
Peacocks v. Gargoyle. So, okay. The Peacocks are not supernatural.
No, they're just evil.
But there's more of them.
Yes.
And they're bloodthirsty.
Yes.
The gargoyle, okay, so first of all, when we talk about the gargoyle, are we thinking whatever that gargoyle spirit is that inhabited, possessed that dude who was a former colleague of, I want to say Mulder?
Yeah.
And made him, sculpt and trap people in the sculptures.
Yeah. Right. Like, is it the spirit or is it the guy with the spirit?
I would assume it's the spirit.
Could the spirit possess one member of the Peacock family and then put the others in clay?
I mean, that is interesting. And that is the one thing that somebody said online as well that I thought was interesting because I did survey people. Most of them said the Peacocks would win. However, when someone pointed that out, I thought, that seems logical.
Yes.
Like if you are this gargoyle spirit, and again, 2 podcast hosts have told you because they're monsters, you must battle this other person or people. And
that would be the efficient way to do it.
Yeah. Like your main MO is getting your spirit in them so that they kill people inside sculptures.
Yeah. Cause I think if it's the guy, I think the Peacocks are going to win.
Yeah.
If it's the spirit, I think the spirit would ultimately do as it wants.
I think you're right. And I think given that we saw that gargoyle spirit in another person earlier in the episode who they catch, and then it's like, oh, copycat crimes or whatever.
Right.
I think that it makes sense that we would consider the spirit here.
Yes.
And I think if I were that spirit, what do? You've got multiple Peacock family members. You make one of them your vessel.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Wouldn't see it coming. And then they would be,
Yeah, I mean, they're bloodthirsty maniacs and they're clever, but they're not well experienced in the world. They really trust only each other. And so if one of them were to be able to betray the others, that would be, I think, make them unstoppable.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. So now everyone else said the Peacock family, though? It was just that one person?
Not everyone else, but like most people, when I did a survey, like a vote, I think that the Peacocks won by maybe 2/3 to 1/3,
Mm,
something like that. Maybe not quite. I mean, I think that if you don't consider the fact that the gargoyle could take possession of one of the peacocks,
yeah.
yeah. Um,
Yeah. I am rooting for the gargoyle.
I think that that makes sense. That it would be the gargoyle.
Yeah.
Um, so are we going to declare the gargoyle the winner?
I think so. I mean, it like at the very least, I can't remember if there's any sort of malice to the gargoyle. Like, is it like a revenge thing?
I mean,
Like a
there's got to be malice. He's
well,
killing people and he's putting
yeah.
them in clay.
But like why? You know, does
I'm
he have a good reason? I can't remember.
I mean, I'm going to say whatever his reasons, I don't think we were privy to them
Okay.
because, like, at the end of the episode, after they catch the guy, we see like gargoyle monster figure on the roof. Like, oh, it was supernatural.
That's right.
So, I mean, I think maybe what that episode says is if a gargoyle were real, he'd definitely want to make you into a statue.
Yeah.
And I think that's his whole plan is to make people into their own sort of gargoyles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying we vote for him.
Yeah.
I think
like
the gargoyle wins.
he's like be the change you want to see in the world and he wants to see more gargoyles. So all right. So I think
Yeah.
we declare the gargoyle the winner.
Hooray.
And guess who we are discussing next?
Ooh, I can't wait.
Toombs versus Lutherly Boggs.
Oh.
Yeah. So we've got
Ooh, I know who I'm rooting for.
you're rooting for Toombs, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I
Yeah.
am.
So just to remind the listeners, Toombs, of course, is from the episode Squeeze and then from the episode Tombs. And he eats your liver and he stretches real thin and he squeezes through places and he makes a nest.
Yeah.
And he comes out every so often
Yeah.
to kill 5 people and eat their livers. And Lutherly Boggs is a murderer who is pretending or not, unclear, to be getting psychic messages and is kind of tormenting Scully when this other girl is kidnapped and eventually is killed
Yeah. I'll have to
by
look into
the
him
state.
or
Yeah.
to see what his I can't remember like what his I remember generally, but not what his, for lack of a better word, gifts are.
Yeah.
You know, like what he'd want to,
Yeah.
what he's capable of.
Yeah. I mean, he may or may not be psychic. And I think that's the thing
Yeah.
to debate.
Yes.
Like, is there
Okay.
anything real in that episode? And
Yeah.
he's super gross.
Yeah.
Not that Toombs isn't gross, but I feel
No,
like
but
that Boggs is grosser.
yes. Yes, I agree. Well, we can save that for next
Yeah.
week.
And of
but-
course, he's also Wormtongue in Lord of the
Oh,
Rings.
yeah.
So,
Man, that guy can play creepy.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah, so we'll discuss that next week.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Paper Hearts?
Paper Hearts.
Okay.
So, can I tell you what I remember about this real quick? Because it's not mine.
Sure. Yes.
I feel like I watched this and thought, oh my God, this tells us the answer of what happens to Samantha. But I know that can't be fully right based on some stuff I remember from later.
So I was confusing this episode with another episode that I don't recall what the name of it is. I think it's in season 7. Okay, so the episode I'm thinking of, and you maybe are as well, is called Closure,
Oh.
which is the 11th episode of season 7.
Oh.
And now I confuse this one. I don't remember much about that episode except how it ends. And what I was expecting was Paper Hearts to end the way that Closure does.
Okay.
So I confused the two. I also confused Paper Hearts with Unruh.
Okay.
Both two like creepy guys killing children.
Yeah.
Or no, that's an adult.
Yeah, in Unruh,
Okay.
he kills, like, I think one of them is a teen or a young woman, but
Yeah,
he-
then maybe Closure is
oh.
part of what I'm confusing
So-
as well.
Yeah, so Paper Hearts is a serial
Yes.
killer who
Sorry.
kills children.
Yes.
Okay.
Paper Hearts is that Closure. Yeah, sorry, I should close the
Closure.
stuff with this.
Closure, Helen.
Yeah.
Close it.
Close the thing.
Yes, you should close it.
It starts in like a Santa's village.
That's closure?
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
mixing them up as well.
Yes.
Okay. So then in that case,
And I confused it with Unruh because that opens at a carnival. Or no.
no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No, it opens with people
Right.
walking into a photo shop.
Right. So I'm confusing it with the one that opens at a carnival.
And I don't think you're confusing it with the one with the freak show. I don't think it's that one.
No, the one with the little boy and the balloon is.
Oh, that's the Kalusari,
Yes.
of course.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Which we hate.
So this is not those.
Okay, so in that case, is there a bike?
No.
I don't know anything about this episode.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you.
I'm ready.
So Mulder is dreaming or something. We
Okay.
find out he's dreaming. And he sees this like red light that is like shining. It looks like a, laser.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
And it starts like flashing messages to him and trying to
Oh.
like lead him somewhere.
Oh, okay.
And he's following. And it's like leading him to.
Is he in his apartment at the start of this or no?
No, I
Okay.
don't think so. He's just kind of generally asleep. It's dream. You can tell there's like something
Okay.
going on. And so it leads him to the grave of a young girl. The red light does.
Oh.
And then he wakes up and he heads to the park and sees part of the girl's skeleton.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is some park near his house?
Yeah, must be.
Okay.
Presumably,
Hmm.
yeah. They're in Virginia.
Okay.
I think it says Manassas.
Okay.
So they're excavating the skeleton. I was trying to get a good view at excavation methods. Didn't really see much, and so
No.
I left the FBI to it. And Scully is there, and she's kind of like, what you doing?
Yeah.
How'd you get here? And he says that he was, led there in his dream, and that he knows who did this.
He knows who did
He
it.
knows, yeah, and it's because that it's the same MO as someone who's already in prison.
Oh, okay. Which
So-
is also kind of like Luther Boggs. That's what happens in that episode.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the deal, what makes Mulder realize this is that there's a heart that's been cut out of the girl's like nightgown or whatever she was wearing.
Okay, so here's something weird. This is
Why is
really
it called cloth hearts? That's my thought. Okay,
Yeah.
not what you were going to say though.
No,
Okay.
it's reminding me of the X-Files book that I read, that young adult novel that came out in
Oh.
2017, where Mulder is a teenager and there's the body of this child found, except it isn't a heart cut out of a nightgown. It's stuck in the nightgown are little bones turned into arrows.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
huh, okay.
So there's a heart cut out. Now, apparently it's from 1975. I have a lot of thoughts about how fabric holds up underground for 20 years.
How does it hold up underground for 20 years?
It doesn't.
Oh, okay. And I mean, I guess this is actually something you've helped my friend Christine with,
Yes.
is because she's a novelist who has some dead people she has to deal with. So,
Yeah.
okay.
In her books.
In her books.
Yeah.
She's a novelist, and separately, she's a murderer.
Yeah. Also, when they're in the lab, the next scene is Mulder and Scully in the lab.
Mhm.
The girl's spine is like still clearly articulated with the ribs. So like the ribs are like
What does that
putting
mean?
out. Articulated means joined together.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like if you picture, someone newly dead, their bones might still be holding on together from like cartilage and stuff. And this was like that, which again, it would not be. Everything would be just articulated.
Oh, okay.
Unless there was something. No, I'm just gonna leave it there. No,
Okay.
I feel confident in my. There are weird things that happen, but we're not talking about those. So
Sometime I want to ask you about bog people, but maybe this isn't the time.
I can answer questions about bog people. I once saw a possible bog ancestor.
What the hell does that mean?
It means that
Like of ours? Like a Holden?
I mean, could be. So when Zach and I were in Dublin, we went to the archaeology museum.
Oh, I know that bog person.
Oh, really?
I didn't see it, but Adam did. He told me don't look at it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's from county. Okay, now I never want to say the county where our family in Ireland is from, because when I told it to Irish people when that I met while I was in
Oh,
Cyprus, they were like, "Wait, do you mean this?" And we're like dying laughing. And
ooh.
so I think our family says Donegal.
Oh,
I think it's
okay.
Donegal.
Yes, and I know
Okay.
that only from Dairy Girls.
Oh,
Yeah, that
okay.
they mention it once that like they
Okay.
say like, oh, this girl had like there's a new student who's moved from like this terrible other place, this other country because they're in Northern Ireland
Yeah.
and that's, like backwards and whatever. Please be nice to her. And then she's like, I'm from Donegal. And so,
It's a
okay.
great show.
Yeah, I mean, I know a friend of mine growing up, Erin, and her family was Irish ancestry, and they had an Irish setter named Donegal, and called him that. So yeah, okay. It was from,
Uh,
oh, okay.
yeah. So I was like, this could be this,
Yeah,
Iron
so it
Age
could be.
person from the same county where our relatives were from
Yeah,
could potentially be, you never
yeah,
know.
cool.
What are your questions about bog people?
Oh, how do they work? Are their bones articulated?
Yes.
Because they stay inside the body?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching a show that has a bog person from the
Ooh.
70s, or
Ooh.
no, the 80s. Can you get a bog person that quickly?
If you put in your order on time, yeah.
I guess what I meant was how long does it take for a person to turn into effectively
Mummy.
oh, good.
Yeah.
That's what we say. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I was gonna say like jerky.
Oh, I
Are they like
mean,
jerky kind of?
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how long, but I do know that like they confound archaeologists for
Really?
that reason. That like,
Like they're hard to age?
yeah, because if someone was put there in the 70s, then they're not going to look all that different from someone who was there in like the 1100s.
Cool. Okay.
So it's real hard to
And
tell.
their clothes would not hold up?
No, their clothes hold up.
Their clothes good or their bog
Yes.
clothes.
Yes. Yeah, and that's
Whoa.
part of how they're able to age people is based on the clothes.
So they're like, oh, this has like a wide collar and bell-bottom pants. So this
Yes.
must be from the 70s. It's not from the 1100s.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, and other things, but
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
And
It's the tannic acids in the peat is what's preserving them.
cool. Now, if I were to just jump into a bog,
Yeah.
I would not die and become a bog person. I can swim.
I mean, if you swim, if you die in the bog, or if you die
What if
and
I
then we
don't?
put you in a bog.
What if I don't die in the bog? I just hang out in one for a long time. And you guys,
Old Greg or
yeah, like old Craig. Like, if I'm just like a bog creature, like I just swim in the. We've gotten a little far afield, but I do think it's relevant. If like let's imagine a scenario where I live in the bog and you guys bring me food
Yeah.
and I sleep in the bog and because I can float on my back and like I'm a very competent swimmer and I'm just in there. Do I eventually get bogified even while being alive? And if you're not sure, it's okay because you've never had to answer this question.
I'm thinking though, see, this is what I tell my students that when I tell them I want them to develop their physiology intuition, that you
Mm.
can't always answer the question, but can you use what you know to try to answer the question?
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And so I'm trying to use what I know
Yeah.
to answer the question. I mean, I don't know. No. My guess is no, because I think part of it is the loss of liquids from someone recently dead being replaced with the tannic
Okay.
acids.
So you guys are bringing me bottled water.
Yeah,
You're like,
it's
I got to
very-
go down to the bog and bring Liz a gallon of water.
or
Yeah.
hot tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's like the decomposition process.
Okay.
Like fossilization, but with tannic acid.
Okay.
If
Oh,
that makes sense. Like
it
the
does.
replacement.
Yeah. Yeah. It actually does. Okay. Thank you.
So this girl, and again, it looked like she had all her adult teeth. So I call foul on that. She's supposed to be 8 or 10.
Oh, so you think they used an adult fake skeleton?
Yeah, or
Okay.
just not a very good child fake skeleton.
It's a bad child? No, okay,
No.
I see what you mean.
Yes.
They meant, okay, it's not a real skeleton anyhow. So when they
Right.
made a child skeleton, they didn't do a good job.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. But Scully says this was a little girl who died in 1975 or who went
Mhm.
missing then. And Mulder had previously worked on, oh, I'm sorry. So this was the person is John Lee Roche.
Yep, that is the killer in that book.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Oh, now maybe I do have to.
Read it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's not
Interesting.
bad and it's
Okay.
quick. Yeah.
So he had murdered 13 girls in the 80s.
Hmm.
And his whole thing had been like the same age girl and cutting a heart out of the clothes of each victim.
Okay.
And so Mulder had this one was during his more like not forensic pathology, forensic psychology days.
Yeah, where he's like writing profiles and stuff.
Yeah. And Mulder ended up helping capture him by figuring out that he had been a salesman. And it turns out he was a vacuum cleaner salesman.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in the book, they don't catch him at the end, but Mulder is a teenager in the book,
Yeah.
and they are able to catch his brother and realize we got to be looking for someone who's like this. And Mulder's profile starts them in the right direction, and he like writes the profile at like the end of the book.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But the hearts were never found. So Roche confessed to the 13 murders, but they didn't find all the hearts. And so
But they're just little fabric hearts.
Right.
They're not human hearts.
No, but I mean, we'll
just keep, yeah. Just gonna move past that as well.
So Mulder doesn't know how many, he confessed to 13, but if he took one from each victim and kept them as trophies, like serial killers do, like he probably would have kept them, then how many were there? So that had always bothered Mulder, not knowing how many he actually
that makes sense. Yeah.
So they're in the lab. Scully says the victim's from 75. So Mulder, so this means that he started this earlier.
Much earlier. Yeah. Okay.
And so they're trying to think like, well, he's been in prison for a long time. He doesn't have the hearts on him. And so where could they be? And so they, in the dream Mulder had, he dreams of a white, oh crap, I didn't write that down. El Camino, maybe?
That's definitely a car.
Okay, great. A white car. And so Mulder's like, oh wait, they're in his car. And so they find this teenage boy who now has the car.
Whoa.
And the kid is like, wait, are you for real? There was a real silly serial killer who owned this? And it's all like
he thinks it's cool or whatever.
Yeah. And so they start searching the car. They do a really lackluster job of searching. And Mulder uses some sort of knife to like open the seat cushion to search very poorly. And then like, I don't know, it's like, it seems like he's destroying this kid's car for no reason.
Yeah. And I also just feel like, okay, this is the 90s.
Yeah.
The car was a car he had in the 70s. 80s. Okay. I just feel like a car that I had 10 years ago or so, if somebody got it, I would have had to hide something real good because wouldn't you like clean it out?
Well, that's why he opened the seat.
Okay.
Like, that's why he was thinking that like it had maybe been sewn into something. Okay. But Mulder then flashes, so they're not finding much. Also, again, not looking too hard in my opinion. But they flash to Mulder's dream again, and it says Mad Hat on the car. The red light had spelled out Mad Hat. And also like, so it says that, and then Mulder also thinks or remembers or whatever that the car had like a top to it, like
it wasn't a convertible.
No, like a camping thing.
Like a thing, a like bonus little roof storage thinger. Yeah, that goes on top and is ugly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can't think of the name of it.
I don't think I ever knew it.
Yeah. And Mulder's like, oh, the kid said that he had taken that off when he got it. So it's just been sitting. And so they like go behind the house to where there's like some junk, and the Mad Hat is sitting there, I think is what's partially implied.
Oh, okay. That's the mad. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the technical term for those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they start searching and they discover a book of Alice in Wonderland, and
Oh.
inside are all the hearts.
Oh.
So they visit Roche in prison, because there are 16 hearts. So he first confessed to 13. They
Mhm.
found someone new.
So there's
it's
two
14.
missing.
So there's two missing.
Okay.
Yes. And so they want him to tell who they are. Um, and and at first Roche is like playing basketball. There's a scene later where it's just him and Mulder standing next to each other, and he is so tall.
Okay. Because that's what I wanted to ask.
Oh.
Because in the book, they talk about how they're looking for someone really big.
He is so tall. Someone later says that he's 6'5", like they
Oh.
estimate, but which is possible because he's like several inches taller than David
Because
Duchovny
David Duchovny is tall. Isn't he 6'2"?
or something. Yeah.
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 So, I mean, I know I've talked about it on here a lot, and I talk about it in general a lot. I love the British show Taskmaster.
Right.
Greg Davis is the Taskmaster. At the end of the season, he'll like stand up to congratulate the winner or whatever. He's 6'8",
Oh my.
and it is uniformly alarming. It doesn't matter how many times I see it. I just go, oh my God, he's so tall. Like I thought there was something wrong with my perspective the first time I saw it.
Well,
like it's
like
crazy.
Like looking at him next to Mulder, I was like, is he on a step? Is he like, because you never see anyone taller than David Duchovny. It was really weird.
It's like the opposite of what they do with Mulder and Scully in scenes where they put her on something.
Yeah,
like
it was really weird.
Whoa.
So he's playing basketball. Is where that was going.
Yeah. Was he dunking?
Well, he says something like, I'll tell you who they are if you can make a shot from here, he says to Mulder, and then Mulder like easily makes the shot.
Oh, okay.
And he says, bring me my hearts.
Man, thank God I've never had to do anything that hinges on that. I mean, I know we've discussed it a lot, but
him who she lives in Madison, and she posted something on Instagram the other day that her teenage son just won $1,000 because he was at something where he had to make a half court shot, and he did.
Oh,
yeah,
it's crazy.
It's so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so there's a video of him doing it. It's awesome.
See that. I like seeing strangers do that. I mean, not that I know her son, but still, like that's wild.
Yeah, it was very cool.
I don't think I could throw a ball far enough to make it half court.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
No.
So Roche is trying to like play mind games and bring in the hearts and blah blah blah. And so then that night, Mulder dreams of Samantha's abduction.
Oh.
And like the, classic door opens, alien lights or whatever.
Yeah.
It looks then just like a car, and Roche is standing there.
Whoa.
And so Mulder comes back to see Roche the next day and asks where he was in November of 1973, I think they say. And he says he was on Martha's Vineyard.
Oh my God.
And that he had sold a vacuum cleaner to Mulder's dad.
He just offers all that up?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And so we then see Mulder in his mom's house in the middle of the night, and she's like coming downstairs and is like, Bogs? And I just like had a moment of being a mom and being like, I don't know, I don't know if I'd be terrified or so annoyed or like what, like one of my grown children is now in my house in my basement looking through stuff, and I'm trying to sleep, but I'm in my nightgown, and like, I don't know.
I feel like I mean, I don't think I could get into mom's house and do that. And also she doesn't have a basement.
Yeah.
But if there was an equivalent scenario, I imagine her being like, well, let me get you something to eat. And like, you need some tea. Okay, let me get you something.
Like she'd freak out.
I mean, that's actually probably more real. If she heard noises in the middle of the night and I was down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like when I was a teenager and I woke her up and she'd just be like, scream.
Yeah.
It would be scary. I mean, I know
Yeah.
I'd be scared if
Oh my
Queen,
God.
well, yeah,
You
because
have a basement?
I have a basement
If
and a
Quinn's just in your
somewhat grown
basement
son. Yeah.
at 2 a.m.?
We see Quinn fairly often.
Yeah.
If he was in our bed, oh my God, I'd be terrified. I'd be
Hmm.
going, what are you doing here? What's going on? Why
Yeah.
didn't you call us? Why are you here in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you find out that he's like there to search for a vacuum cleaner, and you'd be like, are you fucking kidding me?
oh my God. I think we have some down there.
Well,
We kept getting free vacuum cleaners from other people who got better ones.
oh,
We'd like then take them and then they'd break. And we just had this like graveyard of vacuum cleaners. And now we finally have like a really good one that I like we
nice.
spent money on. But I think all the old ones are still just living in our basement being broken.
Huh?
So if Quinn needs to search through them, more power to him. But I'd prefer it if he did it while we were awake and he let us know first.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
always welcome at home.
Yeah.
If he needs to search through our junk. Yeah.
So Mulder does not do that.
No.
And Mrs. Mulder comes downstairs and is like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, he kind of gives her a hug and is like, "Oh, I'm like," he's like realizing he's being ridiculous.
Okay.
But then he goes, "Dad never bought you a vacuum cleaner, did he?" And
Which also just sounds really weird. If I was like, imagine I just told the story I just told, but it ended with, but now finally Adam bought me a good vacuum cleaner.
yeah.
I mean, that gives me the creeps more than anything else in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, and gives some sort of detail to it. And Roche had said the make of the vacuum cleaner. And she says, like, it's right over there or whatever. And so Mulder goes and looks, and it's the same brand that Roche had said he sold them.
I don't suppose you remember the brand.
No, but it was like an old looking one.
It wasn't a Rickar, was it?
I don't know.
That's what I have. And it's really nice.
Really?
It's like old school, high performance, known for its suction.
Ooh.
It looks very much like a cartoon of a vacuum cleaner with like stick, bag, sucky guy.
This is like a dome on wheels with like
one of those guys. Okay.
Yeah.
That kind of looks like a cute animal in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So there's details then. So Mulder now thinks that it's possible that
he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I forgot to mention that Mulder punched Roche when he was last talking to him.
I mean, look, I also can have a temper and like these are high stakes, but like you shouldn't just go punching people so much unless they're cry check.
Yeah. Well, and the guard is like, I didn't see anything.
I mean, like,
and Scully is like, I did.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like I like it on the show because he's bad and Mulder's good, but then when you think of it generally about like people hitting suspects and whatever, it's like, no, Mulder, this is very bad.
Like we know this guy killed at least 13 young children.
Okay. Yeah.
There's no.
I mean, that is very different. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be kept up late about what happens to somebody who's murdered a bunch of kids.
Yeah. So Mulder wants to have further access to Roche. Skinner is like, hey, no, you can't go punching people.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
But they explain to Skinner that now they think that it's possible that he killed Samantha.
Yeah.
And so they go back to the prison to question him. And he says that he will tell them the location of one more of the victims, and they have to pick which heart. So there's the two left.
God.
Yeah. And so if he picks the right one, then he'll tell them where Samantha is. And again, he's like claiming that he knows like exactly what happened to her. So he gives them the details. They pick a heart. He gives them the details. So they go to the woods. It's another body buried there on the tree. Mad Hat is carved into the tree by the ground. Mulder just starts like digging with his hands, and Scully says something about like, shouldn't we be trying to preserve evidence? And
I thought she was gonna say have a shovel, but either way.
Yeah. And then ends up joining him eventually and just again the forensic anthropologist in me was a little horrified.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they find someone, they do an autopsy of the body, or they've
Yeah.
analyzed the skeletal remains, and it's not Samantha.
Oh boy. Okay.
She had broken her collarbone,
Oh, okay.
and they show, and you know what, this is where I need to ask a lot of my physician friends if they'd be able to tell an old break of someone's collarbone that set well on a skeleton.
Oh,
So if you're a doctor listening to this, I would love to know if you think you'd be able to, if you were given a clavicle, would you be able to tell if it had previously been broken?
would you be able to tell?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you're saying the average medical doctor probably doesn't, like, why would you be trained in that?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe from looking at x-rays, but maybe that's just x-ray doctors that know that.
Radiologists.
That's what they call them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would love to know. Anyway, not Samantha.
Okay.
So then Roche tells Mulder that, well, you picked wrong. The other heart is Samantha.
Oh God. Supposedly. Okay.
And he'll only reveal to Mulder where it is if Mulder takes him to the scene of the abduction. So to Martha's Vineyard. He wants to be released.
Forever or just
No,
briefly?
just brief.
For like a little vacation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Mulder does so. He goes against
Mhm.
everyone's better judgment.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they get on a plane. As they're on the plane, there's like a little girl traveling with her mom, and Roche needs to use the bathroom, and so him and Mulder get up, and they get separated by like the food or drink trolley thing on the plane.
I mean, I've been there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And so Mulder can like see Roche talking to this little girl
Oh
and being all
God.
friendly
Oh,
with her
how
mom and
creepy.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they arrive at the house, and Mulder's like, okay, well, show me what happened. And so he points to like where he came in the front door. He says Mulder's parents were away for the night. They were at the neighbors, and Mulder's like, where, which neighbor? And Roche points to which house. And lays out how everything happened. This is when you see them standing next to each other and you're like,
Oh,
man,
gotcha. Yeah.
So he goes through this whole scenario, and Mulder tells him no, that this actually is the house that his dad bought after Samantha was abducted.
Oh,
That it is not the same house.
that's basically the trick he pulls on Boggs. When he hands him that cloth, and Boggs starts like channeling it, and he goes, "Oh, I got this off my New York Knicks t-shirt."
That's right. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, it's a good one.
Yeah.
And Roche is like, no, it's just geography. Like, I'm just like, it's just the wrong, it's still what happened, but it's, but now Mulder is not sure, So, Mulder's like, all right, back to prison.
Yeah.
You failed.
Yeah. Did I tell the listeners about the trick that I pulled recently?
No.
Did I tell you about the trick?
I think so.
I must have. I was really pleased with myself.
Huh.
Writers get scam emails constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell the podcast this story?
I don't remember.
If I did, just skip ahead 30 seconds, okay? You'll be fine. I got a scam email, very, very chat GPT sounding language, praising my book, Mighty Millie Novak, which you can buy.
And should.
And, anywhere you get your books, you can always go to elizabeth-holden.com. Anyway, I got, oh, it's so good and blah, blah, blah. And it has heart. And there's just something about it. You can just tell this is fake. And then it's like, oh, if you want it to reach more people, this marketing service. And it's like, there's no website for your marketing service. You have a Gmail email account. Like, it's clearly fake.
Yeah.
So I pulled the trick that Mulder is pulling here, and that our mother pulled when she knew that a girl she was in school with lied about having seen a scary movie that her older brother had seen. And so he said, ask her about the scene with the alligators, because there was no scene with alligators. And indeed, the girl was like, oh, yeah, the alligator scene.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, if we were to work on marketing for this book, do you think we should focus more on scenes like the disaster at the school dance or when Millie finally buys her new roller skates? Neither scene exists. And the woman wrote me back and said, oh, I think both scenes have something to offer and explains why. And I did not reply. And then they wrote again and said, can you confirm you're in for this? And I was like, yeah, you need to actually read books and stop being a scam artist. Like I tricked you. And I explained this and they wrote back and said, oh, I'm sorry. I think we must have had a misunderstanding. I really think Mighty Millie Novak is great because blah, blah, blah. And at that point, I just blocked them.
Yeah.
But it was a little satisfying at the time to just be like, hey, assholes, like this is like so fake.
Yeah.
So whatever.
No, that's
anyway. Yeah, that's the same trick. I'm basically Mulder.
Yeah.
With less running away towards things.
Yes.
And
more common sense.
Yeah, and slightly less punching.
Yeah. Slightly less half-court shots.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, fewer basketball skills. Yeah.
So they're going back to prison, but they stop to get a few hours sleep, and Mulder falls asleep. And in his dream, Samantha is outside in the car being abducted by Roche and needs Mulder to open the car and let her go.
Oh, God.
And he opens it and frees her, and he's all happy. And then he wakes up and he's standing there, and the car is gone, and Roche is gone. And so it's his badge and gun and phone.
Was he just trusting Roche would sleep through the night?
I don't know.
Do they not have like provisions for this sort of thing? There's not like, oh my God. Okay.
I don't know. I think maybe because he was at like a table. Roche was sleeping on the bed for a few hours. Mulder was at the table. Maybe he was like thinking
he thought he'd stay awake, but he dozed off. Okay.
Yeah. So Scully and Skinner arrive and are pissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because Roche, so Scully, they arrive, and Mulder's like, I think he's going out. Oh,
and we have a visitor.
Special guest.
Yes. Welcome, special guest.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome, special guest. So we are recording. Feel free to say hi. This is someone we've talked about often on the show, and we were just talking about her and the alligator victory. When you caught that girl lying about having seen a movie. This is our mother, Mary Telfer.
Hello, listeners.
We are almost done with that episode.
Okay.
So if you want to have a seat.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's nice to say hello.
And if you'd like to do online art classes with our mother, Mary Telfer, go to marytelfer.com.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very pretty dress.
Oh, thank you.
The listeners know it's my birthday.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, girl.
Thank you.
All right. So Roche has Mulder's badge and gun and car.
Yes.
Okay.
And phone.
We're going to
And
talk about
phone.
the X-Files now?
Yeah.
All right.
For like 5 more minutes.
Okay. Have lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know this episode well and have a lot to say about it. Yeah.
So Skinner's like, do you have any idea where he could be going?
Yeah.
And Mulder is like, I think he's going after that girl on the plane, the little girl.
Oh my God.
That he was talking to. And so Mulder calls to get a passenger manifest from the airline.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, and Agent Mulder just called 10 minutes ago to get that.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they find out where she is, and which is apparently Swampscott, Massachusetts.
It's a hell of a name.
Doesn't
it sound like something made up on like Brooklyn Nine-Nine for city in Florida or something? Like,
and so they eventually get there. And they find this like school teacher freaking out, and being like, he said he was with the FBI and that her mom was in a car crash.
Oh my God.
Had to take her, and that's when she says he was about 6'5".
Okay. Yeah.
And so they're trying to figure out where he would have gone. Apparently this is near Boston. I'm told
Okay.
by Fax Files.
Okay.
He used to live there, and apparently it was on Alice Road or something. And so like Mad Hatter, like some comment like that's where it all started, or I don't know, like that's where he first got the idea, or
the idea to kill children, because if you live on a street named Alice, you're like, you know what I could do? Kill children.
He wanted to be like the Mad Hatter, but
isn't a serial killer.
No, he's not. As far, I mean, He's creepy, but not.
I mean, look, I should say I've only seen the Disney cartoon. I haven't read the book, but I feel like the knowledge would be in the popular culture if he was a serial killer.
Yeah, I don't know if I have told this story or not, but I once fell asleep. I was babysitting these two little neighborhood girls. I was maybe 12 or 13. Now I'm glad our mom is here. I can.
Oh, you mean
Those the ones that lived up the road. I just babysat like once.
were relatives of our next door neighbor?
Oh, were
Okay.
they?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
Oh,
And I
wait.
don't even know any of this. I feel like I've never even heard this story.
How old was I? Young teenager, late preteen?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, 12, 13.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
about
I
right.
think so.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And their house, so we lived in a neighborhood growing up that had like houses that were similar, it was like a new build at the time. And so their house was exactly the same as ours.
Oh,
And so I put the girls to bed and then fell asleep. They had been watching Alice in Wonderland.
mhm.
And so I fell asleep on their couch and woke up and Alice in Wonderland was on and I was in a house that was almost
Oh,
exactly our house.
That is really weird. That is
I
alarming.
was really freaked out.
Yeah, that is unsettling.
Yeah. So they go to Alice Street, Alice Road.
Mhm.
And there's like a bunch of abandoned buses nearby.
Okay.
I don't know how they make this leap. But Roche is on one of the buses with the girl, holding a gun to her
Jesus.
when Mulder arrives.
Okay.
And Roche is like, well, if you kill me, you'll never know if that was actually Samantha or not.
Tell me he kills her. Him. Jesus. I'm not eager for the child to die. Oh my God.
Is what happens. Yes. So
that's awesome.
He tells the little girl, Mulder does, to shut her eyes and count to 20.
Uh-huh.
And Roche is like, I have your gun, but Mulder obviously can get another.
Yeah.
In the FBI.
Yeah.
And pulls one on him, and then Skinner's there for backup. And Mulder ends up shooting him, and the girl runs to safety, runs to Scully, and is fine. And Roche is dead.
This is actually a really big echo of Beyond the Sea, because what happens in that, you'll remember, is Boggs is trying to get off a death row. And
Right.
he's like, I have a message from your dad, Scully,
Right.
because Scully's dad had just died.
Right.
And he's like, you have to come to my execution, then maybe I'll tell you. And he's like real manipulative about it. And she's like, she doesn't go. And she's like, I know my dad loved me. I'm not playing these games.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's perfect, as we're going to be talking about Boggs next week. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Bogs. We're talking about bog people.
Swampscott.
So it's all coming together.
So that's it. So they're
Wow.
back in the office, and Mulder still has the final cloth heart. Again, paper hearts, cloth heart. I don't know.
Is Paper Hearts like a reference to something in like
It must be.
Alice in Wonderland or some other thing?
It's a really familiar phrase.
Oh, is it?
Paper heart. Yeah, to me it is.
Oh.
Like,
And yeah, to be clear, our mother is not an X-Files fan.
Yeah, right. So this would be a reference from something else.
Yeah.
not really.
Huh.
Paper heart. Like,
Is it like an expression or something?
maybe.
Huh.
It's definitely something to Google, but
Okay.
I feel like, to me, when I hear paper heart, I think of fragile, like a fragile heart.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know
Hmm,
if that means
okay.
anything. I wasn't really listening to what you were saying.
She'll listen
That's
later.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll listen.
Interesting.
So, before we finish talking about this episode, I just need to bring up all of the Samantha clones in Canada that we saw that tend to those bees.
Well, but that's the thing. Like, they just need her, like, parts of her DNA. Like, do they just need, I don't know that they actually need Samantha for that.
So,
I
in
mean,
other
we would
words,
need,
it's one of those things where,
companions,
like,
I guess.
both could be true. Like,
Yeah.
the government could have cloned Mulder's sister, but she also could have been killed by a serial killer.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That has never occurred to me.
I mean, and again, they didn't have that technology back then, but it's also the X-Files.
But we also had that woman claiming to be Samantha, but we don't know that she was.
Right.
I have an update
Oh.
on paper heart.
We want to make sure you can be heard if you want.
Yeah, stand up.
Sure, I'll come over.
It says paper heart is a slang term used to describe someone who appears to be tough or strong on the outside, but is actually very fragile and sensitive on the inside.
Oh,
Interesting.
kind of like Mulder.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That brings
Glad
something
to
to it.
join you anytime.
So he's just in his office looking at the cloth heart,
Yeah.
and puts it away. And Scully is there and kind of gives him a hug,
Mhm.
and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, great
Huh.
episode.
Yeah. And
Great.
also
Yeah.
just to reflect on like what Mulder has been through lately,
Yeah.
is this is immediately coming off of him almost getting his arm cut off after being in the gulag in Russia.
Yeah, that's right.
And like, going there with Krychek and having black oil poured on him and not getting infected and all that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Well,
he had that explosion out in Nebraska that almost killed him that Scully had to save him from. I just hope that they have some time in between episodes to get like some really good sleep and like, just like some time to like veg and like, I mean, watch Seinfeld or The Simpsons. It's the 90s,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the next one is Armando Guerra.
Okay. And that is, I imagine, going to have some offensive stuff, but it
Yes.
is also going to have El Chupacabra.
Yes, it is. Yes. What is it?
He has 4 fangs, not 2. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
great.
is a line from Bad Blood, and we're just a season away from Bad Blood.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. It is
Yes.
going to be the best thing ever.
Yes.
So yeah, Armando
Armando Armando. Oh, God.
okay. Neither of us took Spanish in school.
My son Hugo would school us right now.
Yeah.
Armando Guerra.
Okay.
He always goes, you can't do that. He was like, they had a multicultural night at school where it was, oh my God, it was so much fun. People can bring, I brought Petita one year.
I remember that. Yeah.
I could not get my act together this year.
Hmm.
But there's like, we live in a pretty, heavily Hispanic area. And so there was like just so much Mexican and Colombian food
Ooh.
because like people bring like potluck. It's like
Yeah.
potluck. It was like,
Fun.
oh my God, there was so much good stuff. It was so much fun. But we were sitting next to one of Hugo's old Spanish teachers, and because Hugo's friends with her son,
Mhm.
and I said something, and the two of them were like laughing, and we're like,
Wait.
you can't do that with your R's.
Wait,
And we're-
Hugo and his teacher?
no, no.
It's
No.
fun.
Yeah,
Oh.
his teacher's son.
It's like, that's kind of mean of her. Okay.
No,
man.
she then was like, Hugo.
No. Yeah, God, that's wild. Yeah, I like, as far as I know, we missed the boat on that. We're
Yes.
never going to be
No.
able to do it.
No,
Yeah.
but I can go real well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did when I was in Paris. The cab that I took from, what was it? Gare du Lest, maybe?
Gare de l'Est
Or was
to
it-
Gare de Montparnasse. Yeah.
No, then it was Montparnasse to the airport.
Okay.
then.
Yeah.
And I saw like everything. I don't know if this was like
What does
just
that
the way
mean?
that Paris is set
Oh
up.
my God. I'm so glad you brought this up. There are 2 routes. Oh, it's so not that interesting. I said it with way too much enthusiasm. When Adam and I, because we stayed at a hotel, not as nice, but near the one you stayed at,
Yeah.
near Montparnasse, and we had students and we took 2 vans to the airport.
Yeah.
And mine took this really dreary way, and Adam's went by like every single beautiful
yes.
site in Paris. Yeah.
That
So there is
where
one
we-
route to the airport that is like really great.
It was really great. Yeah. And there was a really pretty. Do you have something to add?
Oh,
Or are you getting hungry and trying to wrap it up?
oh no, it's that you made that sound, and I know it's Dutch, and she knows it's Dutch, but I don't know if the
Oh, I thought
listeners.
it's French.
French people also do that. I think
Oh,
Dutch
yeah.
people do it
Is
even
it
worse. But not even worse, but like
For the G sound, that's
Yeah.
what it,
Oh, I'm talking about
you're
the
talking
R.
about the,
The
oh,
R sound.
okay. 'Cause
Oh.
I thought you were doing Dutch
Interesting.
G,
No.
and I was
can't
like,
do
oh, you're
that.
not going to explain.
Oh.
I eventually learned to do a Dutch G. I don't
Yeah,
think I
it's
can
really
still
hard. I'm
maintain
not
it.
very good
Like-
at it.
like-
yeah.
Like
Can you say Van Gogh?
no,
Like
there's
Van
too many,
Gogh
there's
and-
too many G's in that one.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
excessive.
I can't either.
What's a Dutch word that starts with G that isn't Van Gogh? Why can't I think? I can't even think of English words that start with G.
Van Gilder?
Oh, like the bus.
Yeah.
Like
think of-
Helder? Yeah, Helder. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Rosenfeld? Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was the cab driver spoke pretty good English, and
Mhm.
there was a church that we drove past that was really pretty. And I asked, "Oh, what church is that?" And he didn't know what I was saying, and I said, "Oh, La Cathédrale." And he was like, "Oh," and then knew what I was saying, and I that's all. Anyway, that's it. Next
All right.
week, Luther Boggs versus Tombs.
Tombs, yeah.
And El Chupacabra.
I think we're all hoping to hear a story of Tombs stretching out and eating Boggs's liver, but we will see what happens.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts, and we'll talk about the Chupacabra.
All right, until next time. Bye.
Bye. We Want to Believe is hosted by Helen Werner and Liz Holden. It's produced by Zach Werner. The We Want to Believe theme music was created and recorded by Zach Werner. Find us at wewanttoBelievePod.com, on Instagram at wewanttoBelievePod, or send us an email at wewanttoBelievePod@gmail.com.